there isn't any issues in regards to finding steals and deals, right? If you have any issues in regards to what the prices are, literally go out to card shops and buy stuff. Like there's so many card shops out there that are selling Pokemon cards that don't necessarily know the values for.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it this way, okay? Like I said, I bought this Charizard card for $100. I bought this first edition Dark Blastoise for $125. It's holographic. I bought so many different cards like that that haven't really followed the market yet. And the reason why is this: card shops have so much inventory, so much inventory that it's hard for them to really keep up because they have multiple trading cards, multiple sports cards to really pay attention to. They can't really keep up with prices like we can, right? Because we are so focused and sub-focused on Pokemon cards, and that's just what we see.
Yeah.
These card shops can't update prices as fast as
the market is growing.
As we can, as fast as the market is growing as well. And so like within a month from now, like these prices become so out of hand that it becomes even more lucrative for even people to walk into a card shop and buy $100 Charizard card. I walked in my card shop a month ago and this was sitting there for $100. It was listed for $125, but I haggled it down to $100 yesterday. But this was sitting there for a month.
For $100?
Yeah, for $100.
Wow.
And I got it down to 100, and I came back in there today after a month.
You bought bulk though. You bought a lot, right? So you got a percentage off your total.
Worth of cards.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I even can share a similar story to there. Yeah. Hey. I share a similar story. I went to my local card shop for the first time. I've been collecting for over a year, and I went to my local card shop for the first time, and he had so many cards. He had a Neo Destiny box. Sitting in the back along with Platinum and Black, and he just like, yeah, I don't know, like he knows how much they're worth because he just like Googles TCG. But as far as like he had so many binders full, and he's like, yeah, if you need a card, just let me know. And he's just unaware of like how fast it's growing at the same time, and you could walk in there and buy something that's less than market value.
Think about this, okay? Back in April, in the midst of quarantine during the whole COVID epidemic, well, that pandemic is still going on right now, but I got into contact with a card shop in Canada. They had 2 Plasma Storm booster boxes, right?
Oh, I remember this story. You told me about this.
Yeah. I bought both of those Plasma Storm boxes for $750 a pop. At that time, market value was $1,600 to $1,800 in terms of market value.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, they even offered to go down to $600 for a box. But the reason why I accepted it for $750 in general is just because it's a card shop. They're already struggling. It's quarantine.
What was it again?
So why not?
Plasma Blast, you said?
Plasma Storm.
Plasma Storm. I'm about to see how much.
So this is that box is probably well over $4,000 now. I sold, as soon as I got it a week later, I sold one box for $2,000. $2,100 to be exact. $2,100 exactly.
Dang.
A month later, I sold the second box for $3,000. And the reason why I was able to sell it for $3,000 is because literally a week before, PokeRev sold each pack for $100 a pop, which basically valued the box for a little over $3,600.
And he has a premium on his.
And he had a premium on his at that time, and people still ate it up. Man. And this was back in June. Yeah, I sold that box back in June for $3,000. So like that goes to show you that there are still deals around. It's just that you have to put the legwork in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't just like cry about prices going up. Just go out there and do something about it.
Yeah, I see one for $5,000 right now. Jeez.
Yeah, if I held on to it, that'd have been $5,000. But I sold that and reinvested it into toys, which is a whole different topic.
It's totally worth it because let's think about this. Even though you missed out on the $5,000, you reinvested into a card that's even worth more right now, right?
No, I invested that into toys.
Oh, yeah, even toys. I'm just saying in general. So it's not a bad move in general. Like let's say you bought like that Crystal Lugia, right? But you paid with that $2,000 you invested into that Crystal Lugia that's for $1,000. But now it's like what, $10,000, $8,000? I don't know, something like that.
I bought a PSA 9. I got a good deal for it. I got a PSA 9 Crystal Lugia for $1,550.
Right. So what I'm saying is that money that you invested back into another card, that has appreciated also. So it's not like
That's why I never have any regrets, right? Like we were just talking about base sets, like Shivam, this is $200. Well, at that time,
that $200 was used to your Gold Star Charizard, which
I think so. It was either
more money.
Yeah, it was either that or my PSA 10 first edition Hollow Dark Charizard. It was one of the other ones.
Either way, you could probably spend $200 more and got both of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a budget, so I have ball on a budget. So like, in this case, I couldn't. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
I'm sure.
But also, like, none of us could have predicted what was going to happen, right? Like, if I knew what I knew now, and I had the budget of what I was spending now, like I'm spending about like $2,000, $3,000 on cards every single month, right?
Yeah.
So like, if I was buying, like, I was just telling you this before the stream, like at that time, a Crystal Charizard was like $1,900 for a PSA 10. I could have spent that money then, but I was too scared.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight 2020, right?
Right.
Man, talking about that like hurts my head. I'm just like, oh, we could have, but we didn't. Thank you for watching and coming by to my channel, Yizzy Pokemon. Yeah, if you like my content, consider subscribing. It's free. And if you don't like my stuff later on, you can always unsubscribe too. Yeah, that's all we got. We'll see you later.